But yeah, she's totally fine.
Well, that's good to
Well,
hear.
she was fine. We had a great visit for the 4 hours we sat at St.
Hello, how are you?
Unfortunately, there comes a time when it's better to let them go. You know?
Yeah, well, and that's she's the way we did the DNR. I guess Moses, if they have a true like don't touch them type of DNR, they won't even transport. So like her having chest pains, if
You
you
said
had a true DNR, they will not even pick them up and take them to Samaritan
after
at that point.
they go
And
and
so on hers, they have to verify
does he want to go?
before they do.
Does he want to
It's a good thing.
So then if she was like,
Good night, though.
I would have said no.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Stay
But he got some rebound.
They, I,
That's
they have a true DNR. They won't.
With your team.
about basketball.
Yeah. They're okay to get antibiotics.
He said he still wants to go at 9.
They're supposed to.
The DM.
Absolutely.
You might want to do it.
I think for it.
On
Give me a last name.
one of the they have now for doctor.
Don't worry, it's coming.
Okay. Wait a minute.
You have to
What's a pen?
The Diet Pepsi.
Okay. Okay.
put in there.
The Pepsi guy?
Yeah,
The pop guy, unless there's something else.
so
Like,
chest pains or something like that.
Like-
I don't want her to get seen. I don't want her to
meant,
Bourbon.
you mean like vanilla. Okay,
for help. Told us that Rich, if she fell
It's
for
weird.
your
A few years?
years of training.
I can, yeah. You're done with it.
Comes back.
Yeah,
Till 2032.
scary.
It was all
Yeah.
I did. You never know. You
I
return
mean,
the school district next year. You return in the next 5 years.
Headlights were looking that big.
oh my gosh, scary stuff.
Yeah.
I want to drop a bomb on you two girls real quick. But when you think that you get your kids through high school and boy, life's going to be easy here and easy cruising.
Oh, no. It's not.
25 years later, my kids are still causing me agony.
Yes.
Not intentionally, it just happens.
Well, I'm glad your mom's.
Been an angel and every child.
Good. I mean, moments when she gets kind of off.
No, you will see that.
Dementia, but
Time to clean up
for the
our
most part,
act. We're going to go live
we
here.
were sitting there just chatting away. Kind of.
She did with Christmas
I
when
finally figured it out. I started about going back to the
for a new lab.
ideas from.
3D printers. The other
I
one.
was talking about, well, they're going to come out to town. I said,
Oh my God.
You know what I
back to your
put on my Christmas list? License
I got
license plate frame and sandpaper.
I said, well, you know,
There you go.
you
It's not your thing that people.
you're a part of it. You know,
What yours?
at least you're
My brown
That
SUV.
has heritage appraisals on this.
The guy got,
These are
the guy, there was a couple of thick comments
woman on her
that
phone
took down the,
mate
Oh, he did.
yeah,
Well,
but
everything
it does happen
herself,
all-
no, so I started going over.
I mean, that was funny. I was only laughing because I was like, that's unfortunate.
you know, I did.
Meeting will come to order. Let the record show that Bo is not here tonight. Need a motion to excuse.
I'll move.
Thank you. Second,
Second?
comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, so close.
Again.
Mr. Leader.
Who held her up? We are recording the minutes or the meeting, and there's one correction to the agenda on page 2 under resolutions. When the first announcement went out, it was 2580. They were wrong. The two numbers on the last two resolutions, they've been corrected. So as you read them, that's the way they are. Don't have any presentations. Nobody has signed up for the public comment section. So moving on, we need a motion to accept the consent agenda.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Questions? This is a hard one today. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Okay, now, public hearing for the easement vacation is open for ordinance 25-12.
I guess they were.
So this is a request by a property owner to vacate the rear lot line easement. It's a 10-foot
Explains it.
easement because it is an exterior lot line. In this case, it came to our attention because there was a shed placed on the property within the setbacks and in the easement. We didn't realize it was in a 10-foot easement until we actually got the site plan and started going through that process. So code enforcement essentially noticed it and started that process to get the site plan and go through that review. When the person did come in to do the application for the easement vacation, we did recommend that he go talk with the county, with Grant County PUD, because typically they are the ones that would be associated with requesting those as part of the plat. In this case, though, right behind this slot, there is a power line already, within 5 feet of the property line. Then a larger transmission line about 100 feet back. So the area behind and outside of the lot is already under, easement control by the PUD. So in this case, we didn't feel it was an issue to go through, especially since the PUD did not have any issues. Dave Bren, our project engineer, did have some concerns with this one because it is, doing it piecemeal is not preferred. If we had had more time, we would have reached out to more property owners to actually look at doing the entire thing. But the shed is already there. He's in the middle of the building permit process. So that is why we're looking at doing it this way.
We don't have a picture of it, so we could look at it.
In your pocket.
In
In
the
our packet.
I'm thinking more of the people that are sitting out here staring at the screen. While we're waiting for that, realizing that this is the public hearing, is there anyone from the public that wishes to speak on this? Take your time. So with nobody going to speak on that. The public hearing is now closed. I realize that if council has questions, we're going to be addressing this in just a second. So public hearing is closed. We move now to the ordinances and the first reading of ordinance 25-12, the easement vacation. Oh,
So this would be just the first reading. Staff did recommend approval of the vacation, so that was the questions.
now council, if you have questions.
You mentioned that if you had more time, you would have talked to the other property owners and seen if it was worth vacating the entire stretch of easement. Is there a reason we can't do that still?
We can.
If it's not needed, then it might be worth giving them their, 5 feet or something back.
How many landowners are you going to have to contact?
In this case, I'm guessing probably
6 across the
10 to
back.
15.
10 and 15?
Well, I was looking at the plat map. It looks like there's that particular property, and then there's 6 more on that block. There we go. That's not counting the other side. My only concern is piecemealing this thing like that. I would rather see us delay it a little bit and then just do that whole section on that side of town, just because I just don't want to see this piecemeal, one here, one there. Nobody's going to know who's got what. You know, I can see this coming back to be a problem later.
So we can hold off on it and
Yeah, I mean, I guess in theory, I have no problem granting what they want, but I'd rather see us do that whole section instead of just doing one.
The issue is that the process for vacating that easement does require this public hearing.
Right.
So that notice would have to include those other lots.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to go through that, advertising the public hearing and holding it again. So it's just the delay of that process.
Yeah.
Given that this particular owner does have that pending building permit application. So something for council to consider. I think also, just moving forward, if there's a general direction that if we do get a request to vacate one of these backyard easements from one property owner, that we just establish a process that if we get a petition from one, we contact all of the landowners prior to setting it for public hearing.
I think that's the right way to do it, because it's impacting other landowners, and I think they have a right to say their piece.
Well, and if it's an easement that the city's not making use of and the PUD doesn't have an objection to, there's no point in restricting the private property interests of the owners. And so I think it's just good to take care of the whole area at once.
Do we have to get permission from the landowners if we were to vacate those for lots 1 through 6? This is lot 2, it looks like. So if we were to do it through 1 through 6, could we just vacate them as the city or just notify them we're vacating it?
So like with this case, it's a public utility easement, so it's for a specific purpose. And so you could include a notice that you're vacating it for that entire block. And the property owner, if they were concerned about it, could certainly come and participate in the public hearing.
Yeah, given this person's already started it and it's something that you're supporting anyway, it seems, at least I appreciate and can see that you don't want to piecemeal them out. I can see why that would be, but it seems like it'd be worth supporting the landowner, knowing the next step would be to go ahead and just vacate the rest of the block, timely, within the next reasonable period of time, whatever that is, month or.
My question is that why did he get started before this happened in the first place?
he didn't realize he was required a building permit or a placement permit for this. He had it purchased and set well before we even noticed. Our building official was the one that noticed it and started the process because he was not aware of a permit coming in. So that's why it's going this process. Yes.
So how much of a delay would we be looking at if we postpone this in favor of doing the vacation of the easement for all of those lots?
Probably 2 to 3 months.
What's the benefit of doing that, do you think?
delaying it.
Yeah.
Well, what happens if we approve one, his, and then never get back to doing the rest of them?
I mean, that's always a possibility, but if we give direction to staff to bring it back, then we just be sure that happens.
I don't think there's any particular sense of urgency on this from anyone's behalf, as far as I know. So I wouldn't be opposed to tabling it if you prefer that and do it all at once, but I don't know if you want to tackle all that or not.
In this case, it would be a benefit to this person to get it done now.
Yeah.
But we can definitely start the process. I could send out letters within a week, and get the other property owners. I think most of them are still under the ownership of the construction company, so it shouldn't be a big deal.
Well, I understand the urgency. But I don't have a problem with going forward with that, but I do believe that, to Valley's point, that the other 5 need to be expedited so that we can have it done. Does that make sense?
My only question I had was a little bit different because that the proximity to the port and obviously the heavy utilities in that area, it's an effective hard edge of town. So I don't think we're ever going to come back to haunt us as far as any residential stuff. We'd talked about putting in an arterial road somewhere in that region at some point. I know that doesn't usually affect utility easement location, but is there any concern on that front?
With the substation where it is located to the south of this, south or slightly east of this property, there's not going to be much, and it is school property that is back there. It's actually not port property. So, the port or the school district will have to plat. We will go after, probably request the 5 foot to match the typical setback requirement at that point. But again, at that point, the PUD will have a chance again to define what the actual easement needs to be, since there is a major transmission line and the distribution line along that location.
Thank you.
Can we?
The parcel that's located to the north of what it would be 9th, I think, there, that is not showing lots on it right now. Is it under development, and does it have the same situation with the transmission line on that end, on the east end?
Yeah, I think there's one more lot in this particular subdivision. Then you get into that Desert Plains subdivision, which will take up all that property to the left.
My question, I guess, is going to be this: are we going to end up doing the same thing for that plat development, or are we early enough in the process that we can catch that before it happens?
We are early enough in the process, as well as that one on the right, the larger one. They have a preliminary plat. We can make sure and not include that in that when the final plat comes in for that area.
Okay.
To Matt's point, as far as egress is concerned, I'm looking at that, and what do we have plans? I mean, there's only one way in and out of there right now, and as it continues to grow, it's going to be a huge problem. So have we planned for an easement as far as a roadway to get in and out of there?
So L Street will connect down to 3rd. The way the preliminary plats have been designed, so that is there. There will be access there. And then on our comp plan, we do have that major arterial designated farther to the east, or to the above where the substation is.
Oh, okay.
So it is in the plan to have roadways and.
Good. Yeah. Because I mean, even now we have too much traffic coming down 3rd, as it is, and that's a little bit of a concern.
So can we move forward so this is the first reading on this ordinance for the easement vacation. Can we start the process now to do the rest of them? So we'll just be maybe a little bit of a cycle behind if we approve that for the one lot, we'll already have the other one in the works to finish that. Okay. I would feel better if that's what we're doing.
I'll start sending out letters. Get this going.
Perfect.
All right. So we have two options. One is to move to the second reading, and the other one, or is to adopt it. And it sounds like we're moving it to the second reading. So we need a motion to move ordinance 25-12 to the second reading.
So moved.
Second.
And Val. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Okay, we now move on to the second reading, which is ordinance 25-08, the 26 budget.
Good evening, counselors and students. So here is our third time going over the 2026 budget. Kind of getting a little bit less in depth every time here. It is $35,567,460 is the total budget. Revenues have to equal the expenses on there, and it's about 3.5 million in transferring from one fund to another fund. Do you guys have any specific questions or anything you'd like me to go into detail about?
I think it's been bored in pretty good for the last couple of weeks. Appreciate your work, Kristen.
Yeah.
Anything from council?
No, just kudos to Kristen for your hard work on this.
The write-up was good. And answer the questions.
See, now you got nothing. Well, maybe a few things. Need a motion to accept ordinance 25-08, the 26 budget.
So moved.
Second.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. It's kind of a big deal. Good job.
Thank you.
Resolutions 25-081, the professional, what I missed?
Well, we moved this to second reading. Do we vote on, this is a question for Ray, do we vote on the second reading of the ordinance for the easement vacation? Or is that not what we did?
No, so that'll come back at the next meeting.
Got it. Okay. Just make
You had that, so you explained you had the option of the expediency clause if you had wanted to. You could have made that motion to adopt it with
Got
the
it. I was just making sure I understood. My
25-081, the professional service agreement where the hearings examiner.
So this is a minor change to our existing hearing examiner contract agreement. What they're looking at doing is just adding Jay Eystone, another attorney in the same firm that our current hearing examiner is as a hearing examiner pro tem. So our existing hearing examiner, Andrew Cockamp, has most of Eastern Washington, so he's been very busy, and he wants to make sure that he has the backup when his days are limited. So that was his request. There is no other change, to the contract other than adding Jay Ivestone as the pro tem hearing examiner.
All right. Questions, council?
Remind me what a hearing examiner does.
He does a lot of the work that planning commission or city council used to do. He does conditional use permits, variances, subdivisions. He is an attorney, so he is it takes the personality, I guess, out of the decision making.
Yeah, it ensures your land use decisions are made on the legal standards needed. He also serves as an appellate hearing officer for some of your like animal control ordinances, as well as your nuisance code enforcement. Certain of those roles as well.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? Motion to accept 25-081, the hearings examiner.
So moved.
Thank you. Second.
Second.
All right. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. 25-082, the TIB grant acceptance.
Mayor and council, before you is a resolution to accept the TIB grant. for the arterial preservation, the grant that the city applied for and did we received, with a match. So the grant is in the amount of $614,517, with the city match of $68,280. What this grant is for is for us to go in and chip seal like we did this last year or this last spring, to chip seal the roads that you see there that are in the red. Our grant writer put in for this and we were successful in getting it. And we'd like to request that you accept the grant as it's proposed.
Great. Thank you, Dave. Need a motion to accept 25-082.
So moved.
Thank you, sir. Second.
Second.
Thanks, Val. Questions from council?
Good job, Dave.
It's a big screen.
Good.
So it's possible to bring up the grant list. Just on the grant planning page. So I updated it and I put the award letter on there and everything.
Awesome.
And then you can see all the grants and the status. So anything that's green, we got.
Okay.
So the grant there keep coming down. So there's our 24 grant work. So this is updated even since last time we met. So if you come up to 25, that line, the green one, is the one that just came in, the one that we're signing the agreement. So
Big one.
Good job.
Yeah, nice work.
the second one that went to TIV, we didn't get. I talked to their engineer and they said we were this close. I think they just didn't want to give us two. So I'm meeting with them. They really liked it. They told me that it's a really good application. I think it's 2 in 1 year was maybe too much.
All that optimism, though. Love that.
You're flooding them, Dave. You're flooding them.
Favorite.
Good for
Sunshine.
you. All right. Any other comment? Motion on the table. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. R 25-083, the utility field trial and evaluation agreement.
Council. Essentially our body worn camera contract with Axon expires next year. So going into it, we'd like to check out some of the competition. So utility is a competitor for Axon, and we'd like to field trial some of their equipment. So essentially this agreement is so we can get 2 sets of equipment and have access to the software for redaction and so on and so forth. So we put it through its paces to see if it would work for us or not. So pretty simple agreement. It's legal. And so looking for a motion to adopt resolution number 83 for 2025.
All right. Thank you, Eric. Any questions?
I have a question. Is it, since it's a trial thing, is it costing the city anything? Okay.
They provide the equipment, they install it, they do all that stuff. Obviously, it would be a cost if we lost it or
Right.
so on and so forth.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Just can't get that chief out of you, can we?
No.
That's good. That's great. That's why we like it. Any other questions from council? Need a motion to accept 2583, the field trial and evaluation agreement.
So moved.
Second. Thanks. Any more questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. R 25-084, accepting the donation from Shop with a Cop. Yeah.
So in October, Walter Keaton came in and donated $60, wanted to go towards Shop with a Cop. We kind of delayed bringing it to you in case people would come forward because it is a process. So anyway, so motion to accept his donations.
All right. Questions? Motion to accept 2584, the donation for Shop with a Cop.
So moved.
Thank you. Second.
Second.
There you go. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Items for council consideration. The Kennison France contract.
Just providing the announcement that Catherine will be retiring the end of May. So we are starting the process of transitioning contracts. So I will be continue to provide legal services. So just wanted to share that happy announcement that Catherine has reached retirement and on to the next chapter of her life.
Exciting for her.
Will you be looking for a partner to?
Yeah, I mean, it's a smaller area, so attorneys are in short supply here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And so just continuing to, if there's somebody out there who's interested in municipal practice, it's certainly an opportunity.
Right. Well, congratulations.
It's just a bigger bucket, huh?
Yeah.
Great. All right.
Yeah, I can't clone myself yet.
Thank you, Anna. Administration reports, December 13th, Mayor Council training.
Well, we've learned that since we put the agenda out that December 13th does not work, so it will not be December 13th. I appreciate you all filling out the doodle poll. I'm going to be reaching out to a couple of you to beg you to please look at them again, because we literally have 0 days options on there where everybody's available for any of the options that we put out. So if you don't have any more flexibility, then we'll have to push it back farther into January before we can meet. So I'll be reaching out and begging people.
Don't answer your phone. All right. Bill schedule.
You have the bill schedule for next year also in the packet. It is the exact same schedule as this year, obviously with the new names included, the name included. But that's just there for your information since we did have a quitter. It's an ongoing joke we have.
It's just funny. And the hardest part of the meeting is the recognition of Council McDonald's service.
Yeah, so due to some other commitments, Councilor McDonald's unable to be with us for our last meeting. So we wanted to take time and recognize her and her time on the council this evening. So we got you this really cool little plaque that we would like to present to you.
Do I have to come down there? Do I go down there? Make him come to you. Make him come to me. Okay.
You can go down there.
Oh, we go down.
Take a picture.
I think they're teaming up on us.
Good try. Good try.
I've never quit before. So
It's an award.
it's not usually my thing.
You diving into the counter?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Into executive session.
So I can leave now, right?
Yeah.
Not quite. So I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We're going to move the meeting from where we are here to an executive session where we're going to talk about the evaluation of qualifications and public employment and employment and performance evaluation. So we'll be gone for about 15 minutes just to let you know, you don't have to wait around because we will not be making a decision when we come back. So thank you for wandering in.
You guys can bring your papers up for us to sign.
Have you watched or do you like Ted Lasso?
I watched it all.
That was my comment.
Oh, I
You
see.
need to use your